Hello children, welcome to biology class. Today we are going to learn about Mendel's laws. In this session, topics to be covered: monohybrid cross, law of dominance and law of segregation. Okay children, before going to start the Mendel's laws, once again I'll repeat inheritance. Right children? In the previous class, I explained about the inheritance. What is inheritance? The process in which traits are passed from generation to another generation. Right, children? So, already you have known about this figure. So, these are parents, father and mother. This couple have a two kids. If you observe the hair color, this kid inherited hair from his father, and this kid inherited his hair from his mother. You know that hair color is one of the characters. So here characters are inherited from parents to kids, right? So that we can define as inheritance means how a child receives genetic information from the parents, right children? So completely this inheritance is or heredity is dependent upon inheritance. Because of this reason, offsprings are similar to their parents. Okay children? So, how and why and how these characters are inheriting from parents? About this, one of the great scientists explained about the principles. So, he was a Gregor Mendel. Mendel explained about the inheritance. Right, children? Okay, children. Inheritance was made possible by a scientist named Gregor Mendel, who formulated certain laws to understand inheritance known as Mendel laws. Right? So, Mendel he proposed the three principles about inheritance. So, that's why he is called as father of genetics. You know that what is genetics? Study of inheritance patterns and also variations. That is called genetics. That's why when he proposed to about principles of inheritance, he became a father of genetics. Who? Gregor Mendel, right? Okay, children, let us see about the Gregor Mendel. So, Gregor Mendel, he was an Austrian monk born in 1822. Right, children? Even though he studied math subject, he did lot of experiments in biology. So, because of interest, he did lot of experiments in biology, right? And he became a famous scientist, and he became a father of genetics. Even though he studied a math subject, he became famous scientist in biology. So you have to study about the Gregor Mendel, right children? In our textbook also, you have the matter about the scientist of Gregor Mendel. You have to read that, right children? Okay children. Now, before enter into the Mendel laws, so we have to know the terminology. Actually, come to this lesson, terminology is very important. So now, first you have to see the words. First word is alleles, right children? Responsible for producing particular trait. So trait means you know that is a character. So responsible for producing particular character are called alleles. Later also I will tell you. First you listen carefully these words. Phenotype refers to the physical properties of an organism. Genotype refers to the heredity information. Dominant physically appeared. Recessive hidden character are controlled by genes. Homozygous both alleles are same. Heterozygous different alleles. So just I want to introduce these words so that you you can familiar these words. Later I will tell you in detail or about all these words, right children? Let us see children, why was Mendel selected pea plant? So it is annual plant, well defined characters, and it has a bisexual flowers, predominantly self-pollinating and suitable for cross-pollination. Right children? Well-defined character means, so in before slide I have shown you it has contrasting characters and well-defined characters, so that contrasting characters are helped him to do the experiment effectively. So and this plant has a bisexual flowers. You know that about the unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. Bisexual flower means it has male organs, female organs have in the same flower. So it is so helped him while he did the experiments. And also self-pollinating and cross-pollination. So what is self-pollination and cross-pollination? You know that self-pollination means the flower pollen grains falls on stigma of the same flower. So that is self-pollination. And come to the cross-pollination, pollen grains falls on another flower of a stigma, that is called cross pollination. So because of these well defined characters, Mendel was selected pea plant. Right children? Okay children, let us see what are the well defined characters of a pea plant. So seven well defined characters are he has seen. So let us see flower. First I will tell you characters: color, height, shape and position. These are the characters. Now flower color, seed color and pod color he selected. And come to the height, plant height. Next come to the shape, seed shape and pod shape, right? And also another character is flower position. Now, what are the contrasting characters means? Come to the flower color. He selected purple color and also white color. And he did a cross pollination between them. And in the same way, come to the height character. He selected the contrasting characters, tall and also short. He did a cross pollination between the tall plant and short plant. In the same way, all these characters are contrasted characters: yellow, green, round, wrinkled, green, yellow, inflated, constricted, axial and terminal. He did a cross pollination between these contrasted characters. Right children? And dominant trait, recessive trait. So dominant trait means after the pollination, cross pollination of these two flowers, he got all purple flowers. Even though he did a cross pollinated between purple and white, he got only purple flowers. So the character which get expressed in the next generation, that is called dominant trait. So purple and white color he cross pollinated, but he had seen only purple flowers. That's why the purple color is a dominant trait, and which he had not seen in the first generation. So that color is a recessive trait. You remember, children, dominant trait and also recessive trait, right? Okay, children, let us see monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? So before, I told you already, Mendel proposed three principles. So before going to, he proposed the principles, he did a two experiments, monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross. Let us see what is monohybrid cross experiment. What did he do? So mono means one character. Mono means one, right? He selected one character of the plant. I mean, contrasted characters he selected, and he did a cross pollination between them. Now he selected a height character. In the height character, he selected contrasted. Contrasted means tall and short. Two factors, I mean one character and two factors. One character means height character he selected, and two factors means height, tall and short. Here remember that factors means we can say that alleles. T, T. These are nothing but code, children. Tall, we can code as T, T. Two factors. And short, small t, small t. These are factors, right? Factors, and also we can say that alleles. And now tall plant and short plant, between them he cross pollinated, so that he got all tall plants here. Actually he should have got tall plants and short plants, but instead of that he got only tall plants in the first generation. This is F1 generation. Even though he cross pollinated tall and short, he got only tall plants. That is the F1 generation. F1 generation means all, this is all tall offsprings looking all tall here. Okay, children. Now he took two tall plants, those two tall plants he selected from those, and he did a self pollination. So when he self pollinated between them, he got three tall plants and one short plant. Actually, when he cross pollinated between the tall and short, he got all tall plants. But when he selected two tall plants and self-pollinated, he got three tall plants and one short plant. And you have to think about this, children. So he selected two tall plants, but he didn't get all tall plants here. Only three tall plants and one short plant he got. But if you have to observe the alleles here, and also I will. But now come to the first generation, first filial generation. Filial generation means offspring. So children, right? And in the first generation, 100% tall plants he got. And come to the second generation, he got 25% dwarf. Dwarf plants means short plants. And 25% of tall plants and 75% of tall plants, right children? So this experiment is called monohybrid cross. And in the next slide also I will explain you in detail. Okay, children? Okay, children, let us see how the monohybrid cross we can show in graphic representation. So, right, you know that in the before slide I have shown you four, one tall plant and one short plant. When he cross pollinated, he got four plants, isn't it? Four plants. So now that I will show you the F1 generation, that I will show you now in the graphical representation. So right, children, so this is a TT. TT means you know that these two are factors. Factors means tall plant factors, and these two small t two are short plant factors. Each character has factors, right? So now TT, tall and also short. Now cross pollination. So let us see. TT, when he cross pollinated, he got this plant. Like that, T with T. So he got this plant. So T, T, this one. T and T, this one. You have to write graphic representation like that. So now, if you say that this is a tall tree, these four are tall trees. How you have to recognize, you know, children? So when the big capital letter T is there, that is symbolized for tall tree, right? Whenever you cross the tall and short, you have to write the tall as a first letter. And also you should remember that these four have a capital T's. That's why these four are tall trees. So this is the F1 generation. Already I told you, when he cross pollinated with tall tree with short tree, he got four tall plants. So I mean 100% tall plants he got. That is F1 generation. Right, children? Next, what what did he do next? He took these two tall plants and self-pollinated. So when he self-pollinated these two tall plants, he got, you know that, three short plants and also one tall plant. Right, children? In the before slide, I have shown you that. So now this is F2 generation. In the F2 generation, let us see, this is the graphic representation of F2 generation. When he did self-pollination, he got, this is tall plant and this is also tall plant, this one also tall plant and this is short plant, right, children? So three tall plants and one short plant. So that what we can say that, you know, this is the phenotype ratio. Phenotypic means which is appeared after the self pollination. For among the whole plants, three are tall plants and one is short plant, right? So that's why we can say 3:1. This is phenotypic ratio. So which is appeared, so that is the phenotypic ratio. So and also this is the genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio means nothing but the, so hidden character. which is not appeared outside, right? So how we have to count that genotypic ratio, you know, children? So T and T, this is one type of plant, and capital T, short T. This is also capital one and short T. So that's why the both trees are one type, and these two are small letters. This is one type of tree. That's why what he concluded, you know, 1 is to 2 is to 1. So that is a genotypic ratio, right, children? Phenotypic means which is appeared, which plants are appeared. So that is a phenotype ratio. And hidden character, which is inside the plant, inside means genes. So that is a genotypic ratio. So this is a F2 generation. But one you should remember, children, F2 generation, when you write the F2 generation only, you have to write the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio, but not in F1 generation. Okay, children, right? This is about the monohybrid cross. After he did this experiment, he proposed two laws. So let us see what are the laws. Okay, children, let us see Mendel's laws. Mendel's laws. So law of dominance and law of segregation. Right, children? Just before slides, in 2 slides, I explained about monohybrid cross experiment. So in detail, right? So now you know that come to the F1 generation, which character expressed in the F1 generation? Right, only tall plants. So I mean tall character only we have seen. So that's why the trait which get expressed in the F1 generation is is that is the dominant character. That's why it depends on that. He proposed principle law of dominance. Right, children? A pair of alleles for a character, only one expresses itself in the first generation as one of the allele is dominant over the other. I mean, you know that tall character is a dominant character, and short allele is a recessive, right? That's why here one of the allele only, I mean T only, tall character only get expressed in the one generation. That's why we can say that this allele is dominant over the other. Other means recessive character, right, children? That's why you have to write this is the law of dominance. Write the principle of law of dominance and example. You have to write the monohybrid cross. Tape whatever we did the experiment. Now you have to write the experiment and also graphic representation. That is very important for you, right, children? And also come to the law of segregation. So separation of alleles at the time of formation of gametes is called law of segregation. So children, segregation means nothing but separation. So now two alleles, you know the two alleles means capital T and also small t, two alleles. So in that T is a dominant character which get expressed in the F1 generation, and in the F1 generation the character which hide a hidden character, that is a recessive character, that is a short. But even though two alleles are there, two are separated here. Only one of the allele get expressed and one of the character is recessive character. So that's why when these alleles are separated, so we can say that this is a law of segregation, right children? Depend on monohybrid cross, Mendel proposed two principles, law of dominance and law of segregation. Okay children? So you have to see once again terminology, alleles, allele. Now you can understand very well alleles, phenotype, genotype, dominant, recessive, homozygous and heterozygous. Just you have to refer all these words once again in the textbook. Okay children? Thank you.